Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? This is Joe Figueroa with another video in our series, Follow Her Lead, where I highlight the social dance abilities of the incredible follows in salsa. So for the follows out there, this series is for you. This week's video is focusing on the marvelous Myrto Misyri, half of the dance duo Panagiotis and Myrto out of Athens. This lovely dancer has styling for days, but I'm only going to focus on her crossbody leads and how you follows can practice her style of crossbody leads at home and without a partner. So here's your chance to subscribe and ring the bell because we're starting right now. As I said a moment ago, I'm going to only focus on the crossbody lead and Myrto's styling choices for it. I got a few examples here to work with. Much of what she does here is body movement rather than arm or leg styling. The first example is this hip roll at the end of the 360 cross. She exits the 360, passing him on the count of 2 with her left forward, pivots to her left when stepping 3 to face him. Right here is where it begins. She sidesteps to her left with her left, and in doing so, rolls her hips to the left and back to create a bit of a half circle, going from left to right. This begins on the count of 5, and she keeps the movement going for 6 and 7, and then steps forward for 1 to begin the next movement. So what Myrto is doing is styling at the end of the movement and into the preparation for the next movement. Follows, hip rolls may not be challenging to some of you, but this takes an understanding of what a preparation consists of, to the point that it is reflexive, like muscle memory. Once you no longer have to think of what to do to prep, you can start to apply this kind of body roll with ease. Here is another version of the same thing with Panagiotis. By the way, doesn't this cool movement look a little familiar? Nothing gets by me, Pan. Okay, this other one is also a body roll, but has a different look because her motion is forward to back, rather than left to right. See here, follows, that at the same point in the cross, Myrto sidesteps to her left on 5, and begins the roll forward toward her partner from the ribcage. Her hips are pushed back. She extends her ribcage forward like she's taking a deep breath. Often dancers will attempt this to an extreme, starting with the head and rolling their entire body forward or back. But if you practice isolation, you can start to move just particular parts of your body for the look of the roll. Typically, you would isolate ribs from hips or hips from ribs. Here are some good starting points. Individually practice moving either your upper or lower body side to side. Then attempt circles. You might find that you can roll a body part in one direction more comfortably than the other, like clockwise versus counterclockwise. In that case, practice the one that's most comfortable first. For hip rolls like Myrto is doing here, you can start by placing all your weight to one side, raising your opposite heel, and rolling your leg individually. This is a good way to gradually get to just rolling a hip. You can also practice from top down or bottom up. When it comes to these, I would suggest finding a wall or post in your room and using it in this manner. They will never find what they dream of. Last thing I wanted to point out was this lovely twist step Myrto does at the end of the cross. You can see that she once again steps to her left on 5. That's the balance step. This time, instead of just sidestepping, she twists her hips to her left, then right, then left again. It's so funny that I'm seeing this because I just taught this styling option to my follows last week. Now, if you were dancing on 1, the balance step is 7. So this would take place on the counts of 7 and then 1 and 2 of the upcoming count. On 1 preparations take place on the count of 1, 2, 3. They are dancing on 2, however. So the timing is balance step on 5 with the first twist, then twisting for 6 and 7. Here is a lighter version of the same thing. Same steps and motion, less twist. So there you go, follows. Some alluring styling options for a common movement that you can try at home. Alright, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This content is for you to benefit from, so any feedback that you might be able to give me will be greatly appreciated. Comments, likes, and even dislikes will help me to provide you with the best content that I can. If you like this, do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, keep dancing.